Well, this morning's story is going to be about a fellow by the name of Jonah, who God wanted to talk to. He didn't want to talk to God because God wanted Jonah to talk to people that Jonah hated. So Jonah ran away and got on a boat. There's our boat. All right, here we go. And then here's Jonah on the boat. And he's kind of freaked out because, so there's this huge storm, right, on the sea. And Jonah is really upset and worried. Well, down below, there was a fish. And the fish's name was Farug. And Farug lived way under the sea. He was a fishy. And there we go. There we are. And then, so there's Farug. I'm going to put some branches in here. And so there's Farug, and he's just a happy guy. And frankly, Farug was a very friendly fish, but compared to the other fish, he was pretty big. Most of the other fish were quite small. And, you know, they actually kind of made fun of him. They used to say, Farug is so big, we can't even get past him. He's so huge. And so they used to kind of make fun of him. I mean, the starfish didn't. They would just sit there. But nevertheless, they would make fun of Farug. But Farug didn't care. He was just happy. He was going around, enjoying his life. Anyway, God decided to have a conversation with Farug. And you might recognize the tune. He said, Farug, with your great big tummy, won't you eat my prophet? He's yummy. And so, God threw Jonah out of the boat. And there he is, way down here, and he's very, very upset because what does he see? But a great big fish, and he does not want to get eaten. That's the last thing he wants. But it's too bad because Farug does what God asks and swallows him whole. Farug says to himself, maybe I shouldn't chew him. He might not like that. So he goes in straight and whole. So there he is. There's Jonah, and he is suddenly trapped inside a giant fish under the water. And for the first time in a very long time, after refusing to talk to God or have anything to do with God, he gets on his knees and prays. And this is what he says. It feels like you're so far from me, God. It feels like you're so far from me, lost beneath this deep, dark sea. But now I know you're always near, in every place. You always hear. You hear because you're everywhere, even here. And so I'll dare to pray to you and humbly say, I never should have run away. I promise I'll do what's right and follow you with all my might. This is my prayer, my only wish. Release me from this giant fish. And so, not surprisingly, Farug was told by God to take Jonah to a shore. And so he did, and he spat him out onto the shore. And so Jonah was not happy about this. He was covered in fish goo. He did not say thank you. But Farug didn't care because all the other fishies were like so surprised at how great he was. In fact, the song finishes, and you might recognize the tune, then all the fishies loved him, and they made a happy scene. Farug the giant fishy, you're the first submarine. And well, that's the end of the story of Farug the fish. Now, Jonah went on to go to a town and tell them all about God, and that's another story. But the important thing is that Farug was happy. So let's say a prayer together at the end of our story. Dear God, thank you for teaching us through the story of Jonah and Farug. Help us to remember that you are always with us, just like you were with Jonah inside the big fish. Please remind us to talk to you in prayer, whether we're happy or scared or just need someone to listen. Teach us to trust in you and to know that you're always ready to hear us no matter where we are or what we're doing. Thank you for your endless love and for always being there to guide us. Amen. Well, thanks very much. Thank you, everyone.